Hello and welcome to High Voltages. In this video we will learn how we can simulate our IoT projects using Wokwi. What is Wokwi? We will discuss this in the next slide. In this video we will use MQTT protocol in ESP32 to send temperature and humidity values and control the LED, servo motor and NeoPixel RGB strips using MQTT. Let's discuss what is Wokwi. We will explore this innovative IoT development and simulation platform that has revolutionized the way we create and test IoT projects. Let's dive into the key points on this slide. Wokwi is a platform specifically designed for IoT developers. It provides a virtual environment for creating and simulating IoT projects. With Wokwi, the process of building IoT projects is simplified through its user-friendly interface. It eliminates the need for complex physical setups, reducing development time. One of the unique aspects of Wokwi is its ability to bridge the gap between hardware and software. It allows developers to design and test both aspects in a cohesive manner. Wokwi enables real-time testing, offering immediate feedback on project performance. This feature aids in detecting bugs and errors early in the development process. Whether you are working with an Arduino, ESP32, or other IoT platform, Wokwi has you covered. It supports popular programming languages like Arduino, MicroPython, and CircuitPython. Now, let's see which ports and programming options are available in Wokwi. Wokwi has support for Arduino Uno, Arduino Mega, ESP32, Arduino Nano, Raspberry Pi Pico, MicroPython on ESP32, MicroPython on Pi Pico, and the list goes on. Most of the features in Wokwi is free, but some premium feature requires you to buy membership, which at the time of recording is $7 per month. Before starting, make sure to subscribe. And if you find some values in my videos, make sure to like and share. So let's start simulating our IoT projects in Wokwi. So we will first go to wokwi.com and we will sign up for an account. If you don't have any account, we could sign up using Google. And once you have signed in, you could go to my projects and click on new project, and we will select ESP32 here. Okay, so this is where we will make our circuit, and this is where we will write a code, and here we could add libraries as well. From here you could search for any library. So let's run this code. So you could see hello ESP32 is printed since this code was supposed to do this. Okay, so let's stop this and let's make the connections. So I will remove this code, and first I will add an LED and a resistor. You can rotate it by using the R key. Now I will import the DHT22. So this is the DHT22 sensor, and we have VCC, STA, and this is ground. This signal pin, we will connect this to D12. Okay, now I will add a servo motor. So we will first connect the VCC, and then we have this ground, and we will connect this PWM to pin number D2. I will change the color of this pin, and now I will add NeoPixel, and for that we have ground, VCC, D input. So first let's connect the ground, and then we have this VCC, then we have this D input pin which we will connect to pin number D4. So our circuit is ready. Now let's write code. So first we will include the libraries. We have some libraries here: Adafruit sensor, and DHTU is for DHT22 sensor. Wi-Fi library is to access the Wi-Fi, PubSub client is for MQTT, servo library is for using the servo motor, and fast LED is for NeoPixel. Now we have to add these libraries from the library manager as well. So I will import DHT sensor library. Okay, it has imported all the libraries by itself. Then I will define the pins, and then we will define the parameters of DHT, and then we will make an object of servo motor, and now we will define the object for NeoPixel. Here we have defined the number of LEDs which we have already defined here, 16, and then we will define the parameters of Wi-Fi. So if you are using Wi-Fi in the Wokwi simulator, you could use this SSID and password, you have to keep it empty. And then we will define the MQTT parameters. So this is our broker that we are going to use, and this is our topic on which we are going to publish data, and this is our client ID. And then we will define some parameters for using non-blocking delay, and then we will create some variables to store temperature and humidity data, and then we will set up Wi-Fi and MQTT client. I have explained all this code in my previous video in which we used ESP32 and MQTT protocol, and then we will create a function to set up the Wi-Fi, and then we will write some functions for MQTT. So this first function is the reconnect function. It will check if we are already connected to MQTT broker. Then it will subscribe to some topics. On the lights topic, we will receive the LED data, and on the servo we will receive the servo data, and on the NeoPixel topic we will receive the colors RGB values for this NeoPixel LED. And if it fails to connect to the MQTT broker, we will see an error here. Then we will create a callback function. So the callback function will be called when any message arrives on any subscribed topic. So first it will print the message, and then it will check if the topic is lights. Then it will check what is the message. If it is on, it will turn on the LED. It will write digital write high, and otherwise it will set LED to low. And if topic is servo, it will convert the data to integer and write that value to the servo motor. So servo motor will move to that specified degree. And if the topic is NeoPixel, it will extract red, green, blue value from the message. It will print all those values, and then it will write those values on the LED using the fast LED library. Now we will write our setup function. In the setup function, we have defined the serial begin to initialize the serial communication, and DHT begin to initialize the DHT sensor. We set the initial servo angle to 0, and we initialize the NeoPixel LED, and then we call the setup Wi-Fi function to connect to the Wi-Fi, and then we set server for MQTT by giving the MQTT server broker address and the port number, and then we define the callback function which we have already initialized. Then we will define the loop function. So in the loop function, it will check if we are connected to MQTT broker. If not, it will call the reconnect function which will try to reconnect to the MQTT broker. And then we have defined a non-blocking delay. After every 1 second, the value of interval is 1000, that means 1 second. We will read the temperature values and humidity values from the DHT22 sensor, and then we publish that data to the topic. The topic we have defined here, temp data. So that's it. Let's run this program. The PubSub client library is not imported, so I will import it here. And we need the ESP32 servo. So now you see we are connected to MQTT and it has started to publish data. We can change the temperature value by clicking here, and you will see the temperature and humidity values are increasing. Now let's test this. This is a graphical user interface which I have created on Nodered. Nodered is subscribed to the same topics and is using the same broker. So any change that we make here will appear on the Nodered as well. For example, let's change the temperature and you will see the temperature where data has been sent to the Nodered using MQTT. And similarly, we can change the humidity values, and these are the charts for humidity and temperature. Similarly, we can turn on or off the LED. You could see the LED is turning on and off. And similarly, we could move the servo motor. You could see the servo motor is moving. This is 180 degree, and if I move it back it is 0 degree now. And I could change the colors of NeoPixel. It's green, let's change it to red. So that's it for MQTT in Node-RED. And how to create this dashboard in Node-RED, I will create another video. For now, thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe for more such videos.